Hi, and welcome to Vari Yoga with Andrea and Brian. We are so glad you guys are tuning in. You are tuning in either from your television or online. It is so cool. We've got Vimeo to thank and having lots of shows out there. So if you've tuned in today is actually a show about strengthening our core muscles.
Your core, yes.
Yes, so it might be a show that you'll save for later so you can get down on the floor if you're at the office right now. But the first part of this show you could do right there if you just found us and you're sitting at your office and you clicked us open. Stay there with us because we'll do some neck and shoulder work, right?
Right.
So lots of times when you're sitting, especially at the office or sitting at your computer at home, we forget about this, but we start to rise our shoulders towards our ears, we round forward. But also we've talked to lots of people, is our glasses. If you do wear glasses, we forget and we then start to lift our head to kind of see the screen.
To see through the trifocals or bifocals.
Yeah, and we end up shortening the back of our neck muscles and getting tension up here. And by the time we get home from work, we're like, or all, as they say here in Arkansas, stoved up.
All stove up, yeah.
Yeah, the first time I heard that from moving from Hawaii, I was like, what's that?
All stove up.
So, I want you to even, right here, if it's middle of the day for you, let's just take a break for a few moments for yourself and let's do some neck releases.
Good.
So the first part you just do is sit nice and straight in your chair, let your hands rest on your thighs, and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just slowly drop your chin forward towards your chest. It's not going to come all the way down, but start to feel and be aware of what's happening with your neck and shoulders. And then on an inhale, bring your head back up. We'll just flow with our breath here. We'll mirror you, so take your head now over, take the right ear towards the right shoulder. Good. And then on an inhale, you bring your head back to center. We keep flowing, just exhale now over to your left. That's it. And then back to center. So this is just a few minute break you can take for yourself. Exhale, look away from the screen over to your right. And then inhale back to center. Keeping your chin parallel with the floor. And exhale now over to your left. And back to center. And let's do that 2 more rounds. So exhale, bring your chin down. And on your inhale, bring your head back up. Exhale, your head tilted to the right. Good. And then bring it back to center on your inhale. And then over to your left. Good. And then back up. And then turn and look to your side. Back to center. And the other way. So one more here for the neck and shoulders. So you're looking back at your screen. On an inhale, lift the head of the arm bones right up towards your ears. Just straight up, that's it, good. And then exhale, slowly release them down. Do that 2 more times with us. Inhale, lift them up. And exhale, release them down. Just that one movement feels so good. All right, great. So we got your shoulders and neck, hopefully a little bit of tension release there. Oh, I like that one too. You can one shoulder at a time. Oh, yeah, okay.
Andrea was mentioning just a moment ago about awareness. And your yoga practice, a Vari yoga practice, helps increase your awareness. And when you increase awareness, you start to realize what things can be changed to enhance your life. Awareness is the first step toward positive change. And something you just mentioned about the computer, if you're not aware, why does my neck hurt after I use the computer? If you have, multifocal glasses, bifocals or trifocals, and you're lifting your chin, think about investing in a pair of glasses just for use at your computer so that you can let your neck relax and see everything evenly. Be aware.
With my husband. Yeah, David. I mean, he kept complaining about his neck, and I said, "Honey, look at the way you're holding it." And he literally went out and bought a pair of glasses just for the computer. So then he puts them on. He doesn't do this anymore. He doesn't look over them. He can hold his head straight. So think about that for yourself.
That's one of those things we might do without realizing we're doing.
Right, exactly. It's habitual, and we forget. And then we get on the computer, and then we get onto our Facebook, and we get onto our email, and we just totally forget. We're okay.
All right, our session today is yoga for strengthening your core.
Right here.
And so we're going to increase our breath to bring some additional energy into our body. We're going to use a breathing technique called Bhastrika.
Yes.
Bhastrika is a Sanskrit word. It means bellows.
Yes, so kind of
like the blacksmith bellows.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yes.
And so this particular breathing technique is a strong inhalation and a strong exhalation. Anytime that you're doing a breathing technique if you feel lightheaded. Return to a normal breath. You don't have to continue it.
Yeah, keep breathing, but
Keep
just
breathing,
return
but,
to
yeah,
normal.
return to normal breath.
And this is very strong, and we decided to do it seated, and we're going to show you how it works. We're going to use our arms. We want you to use your arms as well.
Right.
So,
take your palms forward. Bring your hands up on either side of your body. We're going to take the hands up. Inhale. And then make a fist. Draw the elbows down. Exhale. That's the flow. Vestrika.
breathe in and out through your nose.
2 more. Rest your hands just a moment, close your eyes, and just feel what's going on. We're going to do that again as we're stimulating the energy in the body. We're using this breath technique to increase our energy.
Yes.
All right, let your eyes open again. Bring your hands up to either side. Just one more time through. Inhale up. 4 more times.
Builds heat.
It does.
Oh, I
you
did
got
5.
one extra. And now where we're going with this,
Yeah,
we better
just take a
lie
break.
down.
Yeah, we better lie down. So that's where we're going. In fact, we're going onto our backs.
To do some ab work. some
Yes.
abdominal work.
Okay, so we have our mats here. This is a very hard floor, so we're gonna use a blanket. So if you're on a carpeted floor, that's probably all you need, but if you wanna get an extra blanket, this is the time to do that, and spread your blanket out. Spread your blanket out large enough so it'll support your whole spine, from the tailbone all the way up to your base of your neck. And we're gonna lie down on our backs. You're gonna lie down on your back. So just join us here, but keep your knees bent. So just roll down, just curl yourself down. Yeah, oh, this is a work that is like cross-lateral. It gets the obliques. And what you'll do is, I think when we're lying like this, we're not gonna mirror. So place your right ankle on the front of your left thigh, just like that. And if you notice, I want you to have your knee pointing towards the screen. And then you're gonna cradle your head with your right hand. And then the left arm is gonna stretch right along the side of your head, just reaching back beside your left ear. And what you're gonna do is take a breath while you're on the floor, and then when you exhale, move your knee to midline, your left knee to midline, and reach around up and reach that left arm past your thigh, and turn your palm to face the screen. And then inhale, open up, and take the knee to face the screen. Let's keep going here. Exhale, round up, reach past your thigh.
This works a lot of things.
Yeah. And then up again, and the breath is when you curl up, you're exhaling. And then when you lie back to the floor, you're inhaling. Yeah, this also works the hip, so it's getting circulation into that right hip. Let's go 2 more. Come up with us as you exhale and lie back to the floor. And you're supporting your head with your right hand so you don't strain your neck. Good. And then stop here, pause. And we're gonna change sides. So release that foot, change feet, put the other opposite foot on the opposite leg, and then hold your head with your
left hand.
That's it. Stretch your arm, the right arm out along the floor. And then we're going to round up, bring the knee to midline. Good. And then release back to the floor. It's an exhale when you come up. It's an inhale when you lie to the floor. This is a variation on Suchi Randrasana, which means to thread the needle.
It's a Sanskrit. The root is suture, such.
Yeah.
Sutra. It means to thread.
Uh-huh.
It's where we get the English word suture.
Yep. 2 more here. Let's come on up with us and lie back down. Once more on the exhale. And back down. Good. And release your feet. Now you may want to just hug your knees to your chest. Let's do that right now to release if you had any little kinks in your back. And you're going to roll over to your side and bring yourself up to sitting now. Good. And you know, if you discover these, like we have a lot of students at the center, and they'll discover this in class, and then they'll practice it at home. You know, if you like that sequence, and I just did it 5 or 6 times per side, and you want to do it 10 times per side, we invite you to do that. I mean, Vari Yoga is about making the practice fit you. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so the Dandasana, which is the root of this sequence, is because we're sitting in a pose called staff pose, or also known as Dandasana. And if you can check out your legs, they're straight out in front of you, and your shoulders are right over your hips. Okay, so you're not rounding, you're not slumping forward, you're not leaning back. Try to get the shoulders right over your hips. I think, Brian, you know what we want you to do is have a lot of room behind you because you're going to lie back onto the floor. So I'm going to scoot myself. I don't have as much blankets. So I'm going to come forward a little bit. You might want to too.
Yes.
There. So you have some padding. Either it's going to be your carpeted floor. Make sure there's not a couch right behind you so you have enough room. And I'm going to show you 2 ways of doing this. I'm going to do it the more advanced, more challenging way. And then Brian's going to show you the alternate, because that's the nice thing about Vari Yoga is we design these sequences and show you alternatives that can work for you, right? They vary it.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm going to have my knees bent.
Right.
And you're going to keep yours straight.
Yeah, and this is you're going to lie straight. With me, you're going to take your legs, the legs are going to stay straight, and you're going to take your body all the way down to the floor. So what I do is you sit in Dandasana like this, and take your arms out in front of you, and I interlace my fingers and just point my index fingers straight ahead. Okay? Take a breath in. And then slowly roll down.
My hands are not interlaced, and I'm just rolling down.
Yep, and I'm going to take my arms overhead.
Good.
And then you're going to inhale.
I'm rolling to
up.
the side and coming up, using my arms to help me up, and Andrea came straight up.
So you decide.
Yeah.
So
Exhale down.
follow Brian's way of doing through this, or mine.
And if you're coming straight up, that's fine, but if you're rolling, alternate sides that you come up.
There we go.
So you do one side and then the other.
So this is number 3. Yep. And 4. How many are we going to go for? 10?
You can.
That's 5. Oh, this is number 5, yeah.
I'm going to go for 8.
Okay, good. So join us. We're going to do 8 of these. Wow. When you're on, like if you're doing it straight legged, see if you can keep your heels on the floor. When you come up, got 2 more?
2 more.
Yep.
And the last
more. Yay, I hope you're joining us. You're feeling this in your abs?
Good. And then
all
come back up.
the way up. Yeah. Ooh. Now we've saved the most challenging for last.
Yes.
That was pretty challenging.
That was pretty challenging.
All right, so this one you're going to lie on your backs, and it's the eagle.
Supine eagle.
Yes.
Supta Garudasana.
Yes.
Supine eagle.
Okay, so what you do is you lie down on your backs again, and let's just release the low backs. Hug your knees to your chest for a moment with us. And then set your feet back to the floor. And what we'll do is, again, we'll stay on the same side as they are. Cross your right leg over your left. Just cross your thighs. And then you're going to cross your left arm on top of your right. So the right arm is down, and the left leg is on, the right leg's on top, yep.
Now there are a couple of variations here. If you can do your arms all the way in eagle, like Andrea's doing, that's fine. Or you can have the back of the arms facing each other, or you may simply hold your shoulders.
Yeah, self-hug is a good way to do it too.
Right.
Yeah. Lift your feet off the floor. And then take a breath in while you're here on the floor, and then exhale, round up, and see how close you can bring your elbows to your knees. And then as you lie back down, stretch your knees a little bit away from you and your arms overhead. Exhale, come up. Yeah, that's it. And release back down. So if you look at this, it looks like a lying down eagle. Doesn't look like an eagle to me at all, but eagle pose. Come up one more time with us, and then release back. Oh, that's a tough one.
That is a very strong.
Oh, release your arms and release your legs. Change sides.
Now your left leg goes over the top of your right.
And then your,
Right arm over the top of your left.
yep. So that left elbow connects with the left thigh. Lift your feet off the floor. Take a breath in and exhale. Curl up. Inhale.
If it's too much to lift your head and shoulders, just draw your knees toward your elbows.
Perfect. There's another variation. I love it, Brian. That's excellent. Show them they don't even have to lift their heads, or you don't have to lift your head or shoulders. Just bring your knees in. Exactly. Okay, last time. And release. We've got some more core work to do here. Release your arms.
Oh, I need this for a moment.
Hug your knees to your
Yeah.
chest. Yeah. And let's come back up to sitting. Okay, so we now have something you're going to come to your hands and knees. We're going to do a little dog flow.
That's right.
Wow, we're moving through this. Yeah. Sometimes the show goes so fast. But you get a good 20 minutes, 25 minutes here with us, I guess, or close to that. Yep. So you notice we both folded our blankets because we pad the knees. It's very important to take care of your joints. So
They don't give medals and awards in yoga for hurting your knees.
No, they don't.
So please use your pads, use your cushion.
That is one thing to think about. Yoga can be used as wonderful therapy, but it also can hurt you. You know, if you go into a class that you haven't been taught correct alignment and you're pushing yourself, you know, I just warn you, just be careful, because yoga is a powerful practice.
It has the capability of transforming us for the good. And if it has that power, then it also has the power to cause us harm if we're using it incorrectly or not listening to our body or paying attention.
Yeah. So start your practice here with us, and then if you want to take it out to further places, you'll have a good foundation.
Right.
So let's come to all fours. This is called the dog flow. And there's 4 poses in this, and you're going to be on your hands and knees. So start there with us, and your hands slightly ahead of your shoulders. Turn your toes under, and you notice throughout this whole practice, both Brian and I, our heels will be up, but our toes will be turned under, yes. Stay here, take a breath in. And then as you exhale, sit back towards your heels. So come back to all fours. And now we move into downward facing dog as you exhale. So lift your knees off the blanket. And then a variation, you'll show the knees to the floor, and I'll just skip through right into up dog, or you can take the knees down like Brian's doing, so we show you variations. And then exhale back into your down dog. Bring your knees to your blanket as you inhale, and then settle back into pose of a child, exhaling. Keep going. Let's go through this two more times. When you come forward into plank, the arms stay straight. The knees may go to the floor or stay up, hovering off the floor. And then we exhale, move the hips back, thighs back into downward dog, and knees to your blanket. Good, I hope you're trying this. Try it one more time with us. Sit back towards your heels. This helps stretch the feet. Back to all fours. Exhale your downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Knees to your blanket. Good, and sit back, pose of a child. And come back to all fours. And you're gonna lead us in something else, but
Let's take a pause for a moment.
Good.
Always be aware of your wrists when you're doing these. We want to lengthen, create space in the wrists, so we're pulling out and down. We're not pushing on the back of the hand to compress the wrist, but lengthen out, create space. And also, as you're working the wrist, make sure your neck and shoulders are not in a bind either.
Good.
Roll those around. Good.
Yeah, good we did some of those neck releases earlier.
Right. Now this next sequence is done from down dog. It's kind of a down dog lunge pose. There's 2 different poses in it, and they're both very strong on your sacrum, on your hips. This really works your core and your hip area.
Would you say this is the strongest pose we're going to do today?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So if you look at what we're going to do, and then you can join us, or you think, I'm just going to watch. So,
yeah.
Okay.
See what this is.
Yeah. All right.
So this is from downward facing dog. Mm-hmm. So are you going to watch me, or are you going to?
No, I'm just.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to watch.
You're going to watch?
Let's just see.
Okay.
Go.
All right, come on. All right.
I'll do it with you.
We take downward facing dog. Now we're not going to mirror. You take your right leg up. We're going to take our right leg up too. So we come forward from this into plank, but then bring your right leg forward into hovering pigeon. Pigeon pose is where the leg is down on the floor, but we hover. Now take it back up. Now here's a strong one, hovering lunge. This time bring your right knee to your right arm or to the outside of it. Inhale, extend it up. Exhale, bring it into the center, and your right foot moves over to your left a little. Good. Inhale, extend it up. And then bring the knee either to the arm or the outside of the arm. And up. And just one more time. This is very strong. Draw it into the middle. And up. And then bring the knee either to the arm or to the outside of the arm.
Showing you how strong you can get.
And
okay,
then.
Now we have the other side.
Oh, yeah, we got one more side to go. Yay.
Okay.
All right, now left leg high. And then come into plank and let your left leg hover, hovering pigeon. Inhale, extend it up. And now we bring the knee either to the arm or to the outside of the arm, hovering lunge. Inhale, extend it up.
And smile while you do it.
As our faces turn red. And up.
Enjoy this.
And
keep
to the
the breath
outside.
flowing.
And up.
Once more.
One more time, hovering pigeon. Bring the leg into middle. And then bring the knee to the outside of the arm or just to the arm. And down dog.
Yay.
Knees down.
Wrists release.
Oh, yeah. That's some power.
That's some power.
But then we did that Bastrika breath at the first of it.
Yeah. Awesome. Now we're going to show you something that doesn't engage the wrists. but it helps you build upper body strength, upper arm strength. But because you're using your abdominal muscles, it builds core strength. It's known as the dolphin sequence, and I've never, if anybody out there watching this, you know that word in Sanskrit, please email me. You know,
I don't know what it is.
I don't either. I don't think, I'm sure there is, and it might be like porpoise.
Perhaps.
Or mahi-mahi. I don't know. Okay, that's dolphin in different kind of dolphin fish, but okay. So you just come to hands and knees, but we're gonna, like Brian just said, we're gonna put our elbows, you're gonna put your elbows to the floor. I interlace my fingers, but Brian, he cups his hands. He puts one hand,
wrap one
you can
hand
do
around
one
the
way
other.
or the other. You can do it either way. But you wanna have the elbows right underneath your shoulders. So they're not too wide apart, not too close together, evenly spaced right under your shoulders. Walk your knees back a little bit, and then you're gonna lift your knees away from the floor, but no head on the floor. We use the power of our legs and our abdominal muscles and come forward, bringing your nose or your chin towards your hands, and then push back. Woo! Come forward on your inhale.
This is like plank over the forearms.
And then exhale back.
And
See
down
what I mean?
dog.
How it can strengthen your upper, your triceps, and your biceps? Good, and you're on your toes. Let's go 2 more times. Once more with us. And back into dog, and knees to your blanket. Oh. Yeah, well, who designed this show? I'm gonna blame him. All right.
Time for some power.
It was time for some power, sure. But you know what we have now is we have one more called the standing splits.
That's right. And I have 2 blocks because I'm going to show it with blocks.
Okay,
And then,
not me.
so
Okay.
let's stand.
Just got a few more minutes here.
What we did just a moment ago with our the hovering lunge and hovering pigeon, we were drawing the knee in toward the heart from downward facing dog. This is a lot
Adjustment here.
closer than downward facing dog. So our hands are, we're going to turn sideways. I'm going to bring the blocks in. So
You're
I'm
using
gonna
the blocks
use
and not me.
And you can stand. We're going to face this way. So again, we're not mirroring you. So you can turn to your, what side is that? Your right. So take your left foot forward and
Okay.
bring your hands to the floor, either just a little bit in front of your left foot or to the blocks if you have a couple of blocks. And then take your right leg back and off the floor. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, just draw the knee in. Inhale, extend it up. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, take it up. This really works your glutes. This helps make your glutes perky.
Glad to know it. So should we go once more on this
One
side?
more time, yes. And then bring your foot to the floor.
Well, since we have 2 glutes, we need to do the other side.
Right, we need to get it balanced out. We wouldn't just want to have one glute heavy.
One perky and
One
one
perky
not?
glute,
No, I don't
yeah.
think that's gonna work.
Inhale, extend it up, and exhale, draw it in.
So when I extend my leg up, I actually extend in my spine a little bit too.
A couple more times.
And when you extend, you're inhaling, and when you draw it in, you're
You're
exhaling. Okay.
And then foot down.
Okay. Woo! Wow. See, it goes fast. We're almost done here.
That's right.
We have a nice standing release, Uttanasana release. And that's a nice pose to bring you back to balance, to come back to the homeostasis.
There's a couple of ways that we can do this. We're going to do the hug.
Yeah, that's what I was,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So when we bring your hug, Brian was saying a self-hug, bring your arms out in front and just cross your elbows and hug your shoulders. Yeah. Take your feet about hip width apart.
Or shoulder width.
Shoulder
Yeah,
width, that's
shoulder
a good
width.
idea. Yeah, it's even easier, more accessible that
Right.
way.
A little more strong foundation.
Bend those knees. Take a breath in. And then exhale, the knees are bent, and roll over and just fold down towards the floor.
And don't be in a hurry.
And just
Listen
let
to
the
your
elbows
body.
release.
Yeah. Be aware of what your body is telling you as you come into the stretch.
Just hold it for a few nice deep breaths. You'll feel it in the back of your legs probably, but soften the knees. And then release the arms. Just let them come down towards the floor. And then sweep them around to the back, right to your hips. Bend the knees quite a bit. and then start to roll up. Okay, so time to bring it down. So we hope you take time for yourselves right now. We're going to get back down to the floor. Join us and lie down. Brian, why don't you take a lie down? You probably like that.
I would like that, yes.
You would like that? Grab a blanket, put it under your head if you have a blanket. So when we lie down on the floor, we can give ourselves that opportunity to do a little bit of what's called Shavasana, which is a pose that helps you totally release and get into that place of stillness and calm. So if you can lie down on your back with your knees bent or your legs straight, depending on what's feeling on your back, and then your arms to your side. Close your eyes and begin to just let your breath slow down, become even and steady. And with your eyes closed, I'll just talk you briefly through this. Your eyes are closed. You're going to think about your feet and then into your legs and then into your back and up to your head and your arms, and let that all release. Just your whole body sinks to the floor. Stay with your breath and imagine you're just being held here effortlessly. Your muscles can release, your bones can just be heavy. I thank you for joining us. Brian and I, we enjoy doing these shows for you. We know the benefits of yoga for you. From our hearts to yours. Namaste.
Vari Yoga with Andrea is underwritten by the Arkansas Yoga Center. This eco-friendly facility will delight your senses and relax your body and mind. We offer classes in yoga, tai chi, meditation, and yoga teacher training. Our qualified instructors ensure that everyone is safe and comfortable at all class levels. Centrally located in Fayetteville next to Woodland Junior High. Visit us at the Arkansas Yoga Center to renew, refresh, and savor the stillness.